Hello and welcome to Story Time. Our book today is My Apron, and it's written by a wonderful author called Eric Carle. Now, this book is very special to him because it is a story, a real story from his childhood. My Uncle Adam wears a white apron. The apron has big pockets in front. He is a plasterer. He plasters houses inside and outside. I want a white apron with a pocket. And I want to help my Uncle Adam. Now, as you can see from the book, this is his uncle, his real uncle. And he's wearing a white apron with a big pocket in front. And he has a job as a plasterer. So he goes around to different houses and he uses materials to plaster inside and out. And once the plastering is done, the house is much more beautiful. How many of you dream to be like your mom or your dad or even an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent, just like him? My Aunt Elizabeth measures me. She cuts a piece of cloth and sews an apron with a pocket for me. Now, doesn't Eric have a wonderful aunt and uncle? Because not only does Eric want to be like his uncle Adam, who's a plasterer with a white apron, his Aunt Elizabeth helps him achieve his dreams by sewing him an apron for himself. Thank you, Aunt Elizabeth. I love my apron. Isn't he happy to receive such a wonderful gift from his Aunt Elizabeth? In the morning, Uncle Adam and I go to work. Isn't Eric a very lucky boy and has a wonderful uncle that actually takes him to work with him? First, we mix a batch of plaster. So there it is in a big metal tin tray. There's this white powder that they mix together to make plaster. Then my Uncle Adam asked me to carry the plaster up to the top floor so he can plaster the chimney. It does seem like Eric has a very big job helping his Uncle Adam. All morning I carry plaster up the stairs to my Uncle Adam. So up he goes and down he goes and up he goes and down he goes all day long, helping his Uncle Adam with the plaster. "Thank you," says my Uncle Adam. "You are a good helper." Now, isn't that wonderful that Uncle Adam sees how hard Eric is working and how much he is helping him to get the plastering done, and shows his appreciation with a special big thank you. At lunchtime, my Uncle Adam and I sit down and eat and talk. Now, isn't it wonderful to see Eric and his uncle having a wonderful relationship? Not only are they working together during the day, they also sit together at lunch and eat together and have a nice chat. All afternoon, I go up and down the stairs to carry plaster to my Uncle Adam. I am a good helper. That's really lovely, isn't it? That Eric himself understands and appreciates what a big job it is to help his Uncle Adam. And he keeps working hard, and he recognizes and gives himself a pat on his back for the hard work he's doing all day. Late in the afternoon, my Uncle Adam and I go home to supper. So they've had a long day of plastering the chimney of the house, and Eric walking up and down the stairs, carrying buckets and buckets of the heavy plaster, and it's time now to go home and have a rest. Next year, I will help my Uncle Adam again. Then I will get a cap just like my Uncle Adam. And that is the end of our story today. Isn't it wonderful that this wonderful author, Eric Carle, wrote a story and shared it with you and me about a wonderful childhood memory of him going to work with his Uncle Adam.